Singapore is one of the countries I dreamt of visiting when I was a child. It is a perfect city with everything being naturally luxurious. Plus, the whole city is clean. And now I see Singapore as a country that can offer you a good living. This huge city is filled with modern infrastructure, meaning you won't have to worry about schools, hospitals, embassies, and more. It is also worth mentioning that Singapore has a good system of healthcare, education, and taxation. That pretty much makes it an ideal place to settle in. Living in this one big city can offer you an experience that makes you belong with the rich ones. There are numerous palatial hotels, expensive apartments, and grandiose real estate you can stumble upon as you wander around Singapore. And while in there, you might as well indulge yourself with their flavorful cuisine and dine in with some of their Michelin star restaurants. So I welcome you to Class Act Luxury channel where we will be talking about the world's most luxurious things. This is your luxury girl for all seasons, and today we will talk about the Lion City or Singapore. If you wish to delve into the world of luxury, hit the subscribe button so we can keep you updated with more of our videos. Let's begin. Long before Singapore became what it is now, it was referred to as Pulau Chung because it is a Pulau Ujong. It is translated from the Malay language meaning island at the end of a peninsula, and then later on during AD 1298 to 1299, it was called Temasek, a sea town. Its name Singapore came from Singapura, which was the idea of the prince from Palembang Sang Nila Utama. It translates to the Lion City, derived from the Sanskrit word Simha or lion, and Pura for the city. And then in the 19th century, Sir Thomas Stamford Raffles entered the scene and founded modern Singapore with improved politics and trade. Singapore's location is an ideal spot for merchants. What Raffles did is that he utilized its accessibility to attract merchants and boost the money inflow to the region. In 1822, Raffles brought a solution to the table to fix the growing disorderliness. He plotted Raffles Town Plan or Jackson Plan, in which he segregated the people into four ethnic groups. The European town consists of European and Eurasian traders, Chinatown for Chinese people, Chulia Kampong for ethnic Indians, and Kampong Glam for Muslims, ethnic Malays, and Arabs. Currently, Singapore has a total population of not more than 6 million. Living in Singapore means tolerating a low average salary of $56,150 per year. Not to mention that housing expenses are also high here in Singapore. Residents in Singapore will spend an average of $19,844 for a square meter property. If you compare Singapore's annual average salary and housing expenses to UK's and US's, you will notice that UK and USA's annual average salary is much higher than that of Singapore, and yet their housing expenses are still lower since they only occupy 4% to 7% of their salary. Note that housing in Singapore occupies up to 30% of an average Singaporean worker's salary. That arrives to the conclusion that real estate in Singapore costs 7% higher. To compensate for the extreme expenses of living in Singapore, prices of commodities are relatively lower than expected. In the US, they spend $342 a month to feed themselves. And in the UK, their food expenses for a month can cost $236. Surprisingly, in Singapore, it only takes them $250 to feed themselves for a month. Nonetheless, Singapore remains one of the most ideal countries to live in. How about you? Have you been to Singapore? Comment down below. If not, let me take you to some places you must see in Singapore. Raffles Hotel. To honor the founder of modern Singapore, they built a hotel named after Sir Thomas Stamford Raffles. The Armenian brothers Martin, Tigran, Aviat, and Arshak Sarkis built this historical hotel at the end of the 19th century. During the time it was built, it was the only hotel that had electric lights and ceiling fans. The whole structure brings memories of colonial English prejudices, and it forms part of the hotel's significant history. This hotel has been welcoming English poets and writers who would spend their time pondering and collecting ideas within the four corners of this luxurious hotel. They can also enjoy themselves at the hotel's long bar where the Singapore Sling cocktail by the bartender Nijan Tongboon is served. Currently, the Raffles Hotel has 115 rooms, improved restaurants, bars, a theater, an extensive ballroom, and marble floors. Staying at one of its most prestigious rooms, The Sarkeys and Sir Stamford Presidential Suites will cost you $7,500 per night, and from there you can enjoy the 260 square meters of delight. Marina Bay Sands, Singapore. Who doesn't know this iconic infrastructure? This is the Marina Bay Sands, finished in 2010 with a total cost of $7 billion. Its unique structure of 3 towers with what looks like a ship on top of the towers gives the tourists a remarkable sight that they can never forget. That's because there is no other place like the Marina Bay Sands. The 3 towers have 55 stories each, and the ship on top of it measures 191 meters above the ground. It is famous for its infinity pool that can hold up to 1.5 million liters of water. Now let's head on to the lower level, where you will find a mall, a convention exhibition center, a casino, a museum, theaters, and many more. Aside from the mall filled with luxury brands, you can also enjoy restaurants run by famous celebrity chefs like Daniel Boland, Tatsuya Wakura, David Thompson, Gordon Ramsay, Mario Batali, and Wolfgang Puck. The most expensive restaurant you will find here is a Wakujin, where you will spend not less than $500 for a meal. Marina Bay Sands Towers are also one whole luxurious hotel, with 2,500 rooms having $17,000 as a priciest tag for a room. Sentosa Golf Club, the Serapong. Singapore is a land of classy and wealthy people. With their busy lives, they definitely need a break from the stressful and tiring errands they do. The golf club was opened in 1982 in the Fort of Serapong, which was once the city's ci devant. In 2006, it went under renovation, which cost $9 million. This spot is perfect for someone who wishes to have a refreshing atmosphere. Botanic Gardens. Everyone loves a green paradise to reconnect with nature. In Singapore, there is a 163-year-old botanical garden with 3 different gardens. Here you will find the rainforest area, the National Orchid Garden, and the Ginger Garden. You might think what's special about the Ginger Garden? Well, nothing, except it consists of 1,600 different species of gingers. For a busy city like Singapore, having a tropical paradise such as this is indeed a breath of fresh air. Sudong Wreck. Another way to connect with nature is to explore the depth of the ocean. Apparently, Singapore can also offer an opportunity for you to see and interact with underwater creatures. In Pulau Jong, you can take a quick nice dive with the sharks and rays. What a thrilling experience would that be? Now that we are done, comment down below your favorite spot we have mentioned in this video. And that's it, another video about the world's luxurious things. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Thank you for watching and see ya in our next video. Ciao!